So I remember the first time I ever heard about climate change. This was in 2007 and in school, and I had just seen a movie called The Inconvenient Truth, produced by Al Gore. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember the feeling I had after watching that movie. I felt nervous, anxious, and most of all, I felt quite powerless. But since 2007, it's happened quite a lot. We now know how to combat climate change. We have the solution, we have the options, but we are procrastinating. We're not doing it fast enough. So today, it's not enough just to cut emissions. We also need something that's called carbon storage. And what's really great with carbon storage is that nature offers us a lot of ways to do this today. We can store carbon in our trees, vegetation, in our ocean, and we can even store it in buildings today. And today I want to talk to you about a way on which we can store carbon dioxide in rocks and actually turn it into stone. And this may sound a little bit like science fiction, but it's a natural process. It's called chemical weathering, and it's happening today, but it's happening very, very slow. And this rock, it's called basalt. It contains calcium, iron, and magnesium, and we have a lot of this rock on Iceland. So researchers on Iceland have tried to speed up this chemical weathering to make it happen faster. And the way they have done this is that they collected the carbon dioxide gas, mixed it with water, and then injected it into the basaltic bedrock. And what happens is when it comes in contact with the basaltic rock, is that it will start to dissolve the calcium, magnesium, and iron. And then this will combine with the carbon from the carbon dioxide, and we will have this mineral forming. It's called a calcium carbonate. And what's really, really cool about this in Iceland is that this takes less than 2 years. So 95% of the carbon dioxide injected will turn into this mineral in 2 years. I think this is absolutely fascinating. So I wanted to see if we could do this in Sweden as well. So this is a basaltic rock from Kalix. So that is like 50 kilometers from here. But as you can see, these two rocks are very different. So this is like a little bit more porous. And the reason why they are so different is because this is very, very old. So what I do in my research is I sample a lot of the Swedish basalts. And then I investigate them very, very thoroughly by using different microscopes. I do experiments on them, and I see how they can react together with the carbon dioxide. And since I'm in the beginning of my research projects, I don't have any cool results to show you today, but I hope in the future that I will have rock types in Sweden that we can use for storage in this way. So coming back to how I felt as a 12-year-old kid standing there watching this movie by Al Gore, I was very powerless. I felt very powerless, right? So working with a solution, even if it's a small one, because we will need a lot of solution to solve this problem, it made me feel at least a little bit more empowered. So that was everything. Thank you for listening.